Okay, guys, so let us start with this. Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Okay, so now let us start with the okay, guys, so let us start with the Apache Spark. Apache Spark architecture. Apache Spark architecture. Okay, guys. So now the Apache point one, I'm writing it. The Apache Spark cluster. Okay, Apache Spark cluster. Apache Spark cluster contains three major components. Okay, three major components. Those are the first one, guys, all of you. Yes, I'm able to, you're able to hear me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, the first component of the Apache Spark cluster is master node. Master node, which is also called as a driver node. Okay. And then we have the cluster manager. Okay. See, basically, we are discussing the execution of the that is execution of how the internally Spark executes the program. Okay. So next one is, what is it? Worker node. Worker node. See, basically, the Apache Spark cluster contains three major components. The first one is what? Master node, cluster node, I have cluster manager, and third one is what's that you have it? What is that? Worker node. Okay. So now let us see the first one, that is called as a master node. Master node. The master node, a master node, guys, is a central coordinator that orchestrates okay, that orchestrates and monitors the monitors the execution of Spark application. So basically, our master node is a central coordinator that orchestrates and monitors the execution of the Spark application. Okay, guys. Spark application. So what is actual meaning of central coordinator? Okay. So let us add one more point. A master node is also known as driver node. See, basically a driver node, why it is called as a driver node? Because this drives the application of the Spark. Okay. So hence it is called as what? A driver node. Okay. Okay. Next point. Next point in this, a driver node contains a driver program. Okay, a driver node contains a driver program. Okay. Basically, a driver program is a Java virtual machine process or a JVM process. Okay. JVM, a Java, that is nothing but a driver program is a JVM process. Java virtual machine, which is responsible for executing the user defined code. Okay. A driver program is a JVM process. Okay. JVM means what, guys? Java virtual machine. Okay. Process that executes user code. Okay, guys, all of you. Yeah, everyone is following or not?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Hi, can everyone hear? I can't hear.
Yeah, I'm not also here.
Yes, you are able to hear me now. A Spark
Yeah.
cluster is developed in Scala, and Scala is developed on what is it, guys? Java. Getting my point? That is the reason why it runs on the Spark cluster runs on what's it? JVM. That's the only reason why it runs on what? Java virtual machine. Getting my point? So a Spark cluster is developed in Scala language. In what is that? Scala language. Scala language. And this Scala language is developed on what is that, guys? Java. Okay. So okay. And this particular that is nothing but that is this program is executed by what? JVM, Java Virtual Machine Process. Hence, it is called as what? JVM process. Is a JVM process. Okay. And now, I'm writing one more point here. Yes. A driver program, guys. A driver program is a JVM process that creates Spark context. That creates what's that? Spark context. A driver program is a JVM process that, guys, that executes user code. Okay. So guys, a driver program is a JVM process that executes the user code. Okay. So all of you following or not, please tell me. We are discussing the architecture, how the program is processed internally. Okay, guys, everyone, please. All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next after this, a driver program, guys, this is the very important because this is the base of all. The driver program is a JVM process. Okay, guys. Okay, is a JVM process. Is a JVM process, guys. It's a JVM process that creates RDD. That creates what's that? RDD. RDD stands for what, guys? Yes, RDD stands for what? Resilient distributed
Data set.
Yes, distributed data set. Okay. Resilient distributed data set. So anyways, we will discuss this in more detail once we start the RDD. Separate topic is there. So we will discuss more about the RDDs in that. Okay. So we should also know what are the advantages, disadvantages of RDDs that we will see in the respective topics. Okay. So guys, and the next point, a driver program is a JVM process a driver program is a JVM process that schedule.
Sir, can you explain what is RDD?
RDD, resilient distributed data set. So basically these are the RDDs are created, okay, using the JVM process. So it's a type of a data set basically. I'll explain you in detail because this topic we haven't started it. First of all, now we are discussing what is the master node and its functionalities. Okay. So once it is done, let me go step by step so that there will be no confusion for you guys. If we go into this topic now, resilient distributed data set, then again, entire thing will be disturbed off. Okay. So let us just finish off this and then we'll move on. Don't worry, I'll cover everything. Okay. So what is it you have it? Okay. JVM driver, that is a driver program is a JVM process that scheduled to run. Okay, guys, that's scheduled to run the task, scheduled to run the task on executors. Okay, guys, executors. What are the things done by the driver? I'm explaining it here. Okay. A driver is a JVM, is a JVM process that, guys, that converts the user code, into task,
So your screen is not visible.
Okay, guys, now it's visible. Yeah, is it visible now?
Sir. So it's visible for me.
So for all of you guys, are you able to see
Yeah.
my screen?
Yes,
I can
it's
see
visible.
Notepad.
It's visible.
We can
Yeah,
see
note,
Notepad.
yeah, Notepad only I'm using it right now. I'm writing the notes now. So guys, what is it we have it? We have written a point. A driver is a JVM process that converts the user code into what is a task. User code into what's a task. And next, one more point. Okay, so a driver. Okay, guys. A driver program is a main program, of any Spark application, Okay, that means it can be in the Scala language, Python language, or R language, or SQL language, whatever it may be. Okay. Driver program is a main program of any Spark application. Okay. And okay. We can say user application code. User application code. Okay, guys. So let us, these are some of the points we have it. Yes, all of you clear these points? Node is nothing but machine. Node is nothing but what? Machine. This is nothing but machine. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll explain you now. Now, guys, I'm just explaining you diagrammatically, all of you. See, here you have a client. You have a client. Okay, guys. This is a client. And here you have a, what is that? Cluster or engine. Okay. Or we can also say engine or server. Okay, guys. Engine or server. Okay. So basically here you have a client and server. Okay. Client is an interface. Okay. That means the client is also a JVM process. Java Virtual Machine Process, from which that means from which you submit the user application code to the engine, that is server. Okay, user application code. That means here, guys, suppose you are a user here. We are the users. User. Now the user has written the code, guys. Code. That means an application code. Okay. Application code. Application code. Okay, guys. And this code, we can write it, guys. The code may be written here in, what is that? Scala, Python, or R. So guys, once we submit it, okay, once you submit it for what? Execution. Guys, this is once we submit it for execution. Submit the code. The code is, what is that? Submitted. All of you following now? Okay. A client is also a JVM process, which is responsible for submitting the application code. Okay, that is user developed code. Okay, to the cluster. I'm writing the client definition here. Client is a JVM process. Guys, client is a JVM process that submits. Yes, guys, that submits user application, guys, application code to the driver node or master node. To the driver node or master node. Okay, guys. So for code is submitted first. The client submits the application code to which one, guys? To the cluster node. Okay, that is to the cluster engine. That is on the cluster node or what that? Okay, guys. First of all, can you see here? We have a client. Client submits the code to what is that? Code submits towards that master node, and master node submits it, process it towards that further to the client, guys. Okay, to the client. Who is the client here? The client is, sorry, who is the that is cluster here? Cluster is the server. Okay, what is that? Cluster. That is called as what? Engine or server. We have it. Okay, so all of you following, please let me know, guys, because this is a bit might be complex. I want everyone to understand this. Just guys tell me. Please. All
Yes,
of you-
sir. Following.
Okay. So now. So here actually it appears like this. Okay. As I don't have a pen here to show you. So guys, here you have a, can you see it? Here you have a machine. I'm just trying to show it in the best way what I can do. So here you have a driver node. This is, let us assume, driver. Guys, this is the driver. Driver program. Driver program. Driver program is a JVM process. JVM process. We are writing it here, okay? What is the first thing does by the driver program? Yes. It will create. Can you see here, guys? It will immediately, guys, once we process, guys, the driver program, once we process the driver program, it immediately creates the, yes, guys, it immediately creates the, tell me now, what does it creates? It immediately creates the Spark context. Guys, all of you, following this diagram, Spark context. Spark context. Spark context. This driver program acts as a main program that immediately creates a, okay, that immediately creates what's that? Spark context. As soon as the user that is written code comes to the driver program, as soon as the user defined code comes to the driver program, the first job of the driver program is to create the Spark context. Guys, Spark context is created. Spark context is created. Okay, Spark context will be created. Okay. The driver program will create the Spark context. Why this much time we are spending on? Tell me, why we are spending this much time on this? You must and should know that Databricks anatomy actually, okay, how does exactly it works off, okay? If you're clear with this architecture, developing a code, writing the code, writing the case studies and scenarios will be very easy, okay? So first of all, what happens here, guys? Tell me now. Driver program. We write the driver program that is on the application code, and once we write the application code and submits it, okay, and submits it immediately to the, what is that, to the that is once we submit it, immediately it creates, what is that, Spark context. It creates, what's that, Spark context. So that means the user defined code will be submitted to the driver program, and driver program, the job of the driver program, what is the driver program? Driver program is a JVM process which immediately creates a Spark context. Okay. Immediately creates the Spark context. Okay. Spark context. Okay. That's it. Okay. So now, all of you following or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Spark context will take care of. Spark context will take care of, what is that? Executing the code, guys. Executing the code. Spark context will take care of executing the code. Executing or we can say execution environment. Execution environment. Execution, what's that? Environment. Execution environment. Okay. Okay. Where your application code will be executed. Where your application code, okay, where your application code will be executed. Okay. How it will execute the code? Spark context executes the Spark context provides okay, or it's a gateway. You can say it is a gateway that that provides the environment. Okay, that provides the execution environment. Okay, gateway to the execution environment. Spark context is a gateway towards that. Yes, guys, gateway towards that execution environment where application code is executed. It is an entry point. Okay, to the execution of the user code. That's it. Next, then what happens next? Okay, next after this, what the Spark context does, tell me. Okay, the Spark context will take care of everything. Now here the Spark context will creates immediately. What is that? Creates RDD, and then whatever the code submitted, that user code, okay, that the user code gets translated. Okay, the user defined, that is a given code, is translated or converted into multiple tasks, into what's that? Multiple tasks. Okay, into what's that? Multiple tasks. And the user defined code is converted towards that multiple tasks. Okay, the user defined code distributed towards that, converted towards that multiple tasks. So we can say create task. It will also schedule, not only creating the task, guys, it also schedules. That means schedule means what? It executes the task. Okay, schedule the task. Schedule the task. Okay, I'm writing the points in this for more clarity, guys. I'm writing a point wise. Convert. Yes, guys, user application code into what? Tell me now. Convert user application code into, yes, tell me, guys. User application code into task. But it does not create the task directly. Okay, so under the bracket I'm writing it here. User code gets converted into jobs, first of all, jobs, and job get converted and job gets converted and job gets converted, guys, I'm writing it here. Shall I move it here? Yes. And jobs converted Stages. Okay, jobs get converted into what's that? Stages. Converted into what's it? Stages. And stages gets converted to what is that, guys? And stages gets converted towards a task. Okay, one job can have multiple stages. Each stage can have multiple tasks. Getting my point, guys? Clear, all of you? Yes, please.
What is staging?
Yeah, yeah. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, next. This is the internal process. Okay. Simple to say, finally, simple to say, the user application code, whatever we are writing it in Scala language, R language, Python language, it converts it towards a task. That's it. Simple. But actually, this is the entire process which happens behind the screen. Okay, so that's it. How it converts? It converts the user application code into what is that? Converts into job, and jobs are converted towards the stages, and stages converted to a task. That means it will create the multiple tasks. You need to execute the task. Okay. That means task execution ultimately means what? Code execution only. No? Yes, guys. Task execution means what? Code execution only. Okay. One more point, I'll write it here. Executing task. Task means executing small piece of okay guys, piece of user code. Executing task means what? Executing what's that? Small piece of user code. Okay, the big code, the large code. The large code will be converted into what is that? Small pieces. That is called as what? Chunks. That is called as what, guys? Chunks. Getting my point, everyone? If you are writing 10 lines code, the 10 lines code will be converted into what? That small pieces. Getting my point? Small pieces. And the same is processed. Hence, those small pieces is called as what? Chunks. Okay? Clear, all of you? Please. And together, all it is called as what? Together it is called as what? Application code. Okay. And intelligently that can be done by what is that? Spark context. So Spark context performs this job. Getting my point? Clear, all of you? So these are the things happens in, okay, cluster node. That is nothing but it's called as what? In master node. These are the, okay, these are the things happens in master node. And there will, can you see here? I can give you one interview question on this. Okay. So how many driver programs you can have it? There will be only one driver program. There is only one driver program. There will be for Spark communication. Can you see it? For each Spark communication. Okay. For each Spark communication, how many programs or how many nodes we can have? We can have only what is that? One program, that is called as a driver program. We can have what is that? Only, the answer is what? Driver program. Clear, all of you? Please.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. One Spark application can have what is that? Only one driver program. Okay. What happens if the driver node is failed? Can you see it? Okay. what happens if the driver node is failed? See guys, as we know that one Spark application, okay, has what is it? Only one driver program. The Spark application, I'm writing it, Spark application, yes guys, Spark application. Now the Spark application has, okay, the Spark application has, yeah, the Spark application has only, yes, only one program or one program. That program is called as what is that? Driver program. The program, only one program, that program is called as what? Driver program. Okay guys, so driver program. And now, and in case if this driver program fails, my question here is that if this particular driver program is fails, then what happens? For any Spark application, there will be only one driver program. Okay, but we can see here only we can have what's it? One driver program. That means we can have only what's it? Only one master node. Am I right, guys? Master node. We can have only one master node. But what is that? But we can have what's that? Only one master node. If this is fails, then what happens? The same program is processed using what is that? What is that, guys? Worker node. Am I right, guys? Worker node. Am I right, guys? Yes, please.
Okay. So, sir, so does the worker node become the master node after that?
No.
Okay.
It will not become, but it will process the query. It will process your command as a worker only. He will not become the master node.
Yeah,
The
okay.
master node only one. Okay. But one provision is also there. We can restart the master node. But in the process, when it flows, immediately when the driver is failed, in case if the driver is failed, the entire Spark application fails. The entire Spark application fails in case. Okay. Entire Spark application fails. Okay. The entire Spark application fails if the driver application fails, or the driver, that is master machine, is failed. That is the reason. Yes, that is the reason. Various different cluster manager implementation. Okay. Different methodologies of cluster management strategies is basically different, or if we can say a cluster different manage, what is that? Cluster managers implement different strategies, okay, to make the driver highly available. That is to make the driver highly available, basically. Okay. In case if the same fails, the same job will be done by what is that? Worker node. Okay, will be done by what is that? Worker node. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Clear now with this concept? Yes, all of you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Only one person. What about rest of you guys? I'm able to hear only one.
Yeah, clear, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, that's it. No. So I'll write it. Okay, just a minute. I'll write one more point. If one more point I'm adding it here. This you can consider as a third point. I'll write a point so that you can have a brief of this for future reference. in case if the master node or driver program fails, the same will be executed by the the same will be executed by the guys, the same will be executed by the what is that, by the worker nodes, okay, the or slave node, whatever you call it as, okay. Okay, that's it. It is just like guys, in a flight, I think all of you must be aware, when you travel in a flight, how many engines you will have it, tell me now, guys.
Two.
Two engines you will have it. The flight will have two engines, am I right, guys?
Yes, sir.
So one will be the master engine, and second one is what is that? That is, you can consider the same as what is that? Some other primary, that is a secondary engine. Whereas the flight always runs on which engine? Master engine or the secondary engine?
Master.
Master engine. Always master engine only they will use it. But whereas suppose they realize that master engine is totally failed, the flight is going to crash. At that time, what they are going to do? They are going to shift it from the master engine to what is it, guys? Secondary engine. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Yeah.
When there is
Yes,
no
sir.
possibility of utilizing the master engine, they will convert this entire thing into what is that? Secondary engine. In the same way
So-
here also.
So
Yeah.
we can say standby. It's like a
Very
standby.
good. Very good. So it can be standby sometime, but if at all you are there in the mid of the air, above a sea level, so at that time, if you keep it on a standby also, you cannot convert, you cannot do that particularly very easily. So hence, what we do, immediately the same will be converted to the secondary engine. In the same way here also, when basically the application, okay, is executed, the application code, the user application code will be executed by the driver program only, and driver program immediately creates the Spark context. Okay, and what does the Spark context do? It converts the application code into job, and job converted towards the stages, and stages ultimately what is that? Achieves the task. Getting my point? Whereas if in case how it executes, the code will be divided into small chunks, that is called as small pieces. Chunks is nothing but what is that? Small pieces. Okay, the small pieces, and those pieces are processed. Getting my point? Whereas in case the master program is failed and there is no chance of, can you see here, there is no chance of retrieving it back, the master program or the master node, immediately the programs are processed by the worker nodes. So this is done by the cluster managers. This is done by whom, guys? Tell me now. Cluster managers. Yes, guys, am I right? Everyone, this is done by the cluster managers. Okay, guys. This is the entire story about this. Okay. Yes. Tell me.
Sir, what is staging? Stages.
See, basically, once the job, so user gets converted into job, and job means what? Ultimately, scheduling scheduling. Job is a scheduler. Job is a scheduler. So you want to schedule it automatically. Getting my point? Automatically. That means at this particular time you want to run this. And whereas once the job is processed, the stages will be there for the process. Stages. Stage 1, stage 2. If you go into the more detail of that, you will have a stages. And stage 1 will be processed first to achieve the task. Then stage 2 will be processed second to achieve the task. Stage 3 will be processed to achieve the task. Anyways, so till this point, it is okay. If I go into more deep of stages, will be again, you'll have a confusion on this. Okay. So as of now, anyways, you will come to know once we get into this, you will also know what is, how many stages you will have for a job. Okay. How many stages you will have for a job. Okay. So here, in general, what is, this is the process. It gets converted into jobs, and jobs to what is that? Stages, and stages to what is that? Task. Now guys, for our stages, I can give you a simple example. You suppose you got a job. Who was this? Who asked me the question?
Rajesh.
Rajesh. Suppose you got a job. So as soon as you get a job, and before you join, what are the stages you will have to tell me now?
Preparation and attending interviews.
No, you got the job. You got the job. What is the process you will have it? Before you go to the floor, first of all, you will have to go to the company and give a joining letter. Then afterwards, induction program will happen. Am I right, guys? Induction program will happen. Then after the induction or the training program happens, then you will be deployed to the particular manager, and then the manager will take you to the project team and make you sit there to work. Am I right, guys? So now how many stages? Getting a job and achieving a task. Your task is to work on a particular software, work on a particular technology. So as soon as you get a job, and before you start doing your work actually for which you have been hired, how many programs, how many stages are there? First of all, joining is the one. Second one is a training is the second one. And third one is what? Allocating to the manager is the third one. So how many stages are there? Tell me now. Yes, how many stages are there? So ultimately your task is to join the job and work in an IT company. That means your task is to join an IT company. So as soon as you get a job and to work in an IT company, these are the 3 stages you have to go through it or not? Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are all the stages of the program basically. So once you receive a job, or once the job is converted, the user application code received by a Spark context, it converts immediately into the jobs, and those jobs are divided into the stages, and ultimately stage wise the task is achieved. That is the actual program happens behind the screen. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so guys, this is the thing we have it. Clear, all of you? So what is that you have it? Apache Spark cluster contains, what is that? 3 major components. The first one is what? Master node, that is called as what? Driver node. Okay, and worker node also, you know what is worker node. And cluster manager, what is a cluster manager? A cluster manager is nothing but it manages which machine has to be that is nothing but used to process the code. Getting my point? Which machine has to use for processing code, the code. So generally they will process it by using the master machine only. In case of getting failed, then the same will be allocated to the worker machine by the cluster managers. By what is that? By the cluster manager. And whereas these clusters, okay, what happens once you write the application code, it will go to the Spark context, and Spark context immediately what it does, it converts the application code to jobs, and jobs to multiple stages, and stages to achieve the task. That's it. So this can be done mostly 99.9% by the master node. Okay, for and in case of failure, the same will be done by the worker node. That's it, guys. Okay, so clear, all of you? So this is the basically working architecture, how exactly it works off. Okay, Actually, we don't have a pen here, so else I would have drawn a diagram and show you how things would really work on this. Okay, so I think, guys, I hope that this concept is clear for all of you. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's it, guys. So we will stop the class here, and then we'll move further tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Thanks.
sir, one thing actually.
Hmm.
Yeah. So tomorrow your ADF batch is going to be started at 9 a.m. right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I have enrolled myself and paid all the required fees. Okay. So,
Okay.
but the thing is that I did not receive the joining link yet, and I'm still waiting for that.
See,
Could
for
you please?
yeah, definitely. See, I can only pursue the matter, but things are
Okay.
not with me. So, but still,
Okay.
what we can do is you
Yeah.
can just contact Muskan or okay. What the people are not responding? What exactly the problem is?
Yeah, actually, I requested them to provide the joining link for 7th. Okay. But I did not receive
They
it.
will.
So
They will send you the link today. I think so.
today, okay, okay.
If
Yeah,
not,
that is fine then.
you can message me also, so
I
that
don't have your number, sir. I don't have your number,
you
unfortunately.
can
Could you
message me.
please?
I'll just remind them once.
Yeah. Could you please
So
share your number if you don't mind, sir?
definitely,
Yeah.
we'll create a WhatsApp group also. Those who are already, guys, doing this ADB, kindly message me. We have already created a group. I'll add you in that group. 8096374412.
8096
37
Sir,
441.
which
Okay.
number I have to get the added myself to the WhatsApp group?
You just message me. I'll add you. It's there.
Okay.
The number is on the top.
8096374412.
441.
Your good name, sir?
Samir.
Samir. Okay, sir.
Syed also your name, sir. Syed also.
Yeah.
Okay, getting confused. We thought he is another person. Okay, sir.
No.
Right.
Okay, guys.
So one more
Yeah.
thing, sir. While joining the meeting, we have to enter every time our details, sir. Do you have any direct link, sir? Because every time we have to
You
enter
can open
everything
an
and
application, Zoom application. You can install it in your PC.
is there, sir? I even did other meetings.
To copy that link, paste that link
Okay.
directly. You will reach out.
Okay, done. I'll do, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good morning. Raghavan.
Yeah, tell me.
My request is please share this notes every day so that it will be very easy to do practice in
You just get added in the WhatsApp group. I will share you directly in the WhatsApp group. If I send this file to them, again it will take much time for you to reach. Okay. So okay, ADB notes. I'll put it in the group. You can take it from the group.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Sir, it's your WhatsApp number also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, my direct number.
Okay. Okay, sir. I'm sending my number to you.
All of you send it across, and I'll send you this even I'll put you in the group also. No issues.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Sir, I am getting problem with creating Databricks cluster.
You
So
have
when you can,
are you using the free version?
yeah,
So use create using the single node cluster. Don't use the standard. Standard will not support.
okay, single node.
Only single node you have to create it.
Okay,
Then it will work. Okay.
okay.
Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm stopping the class. Thank you.
Thank you.